Mm. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I stare at my reflection in the mirror. Mm. Why am I doing this to myself? Losing my mind on a tiny error. I nearly left the real me on the shelf. No, 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 no. Don't lose who you are in the blur of the stars. Seeing is deceiving, dreaming is believing. It's okay not to be okay. Sometimes it's hard to follow your heart. But tears don't mean you're losing, everybody's bruising. Just be true to who you are, who you are, who you are, who you are. Who you are, 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 who you are. Brushing my hair, do I look perfect? I forgot what to do to fit the mold, yes. The more I try, the less it's working, yeah. 'Cause everything inside me screams, no, 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 no. Don't lose who you are in the blur of the stars. Seeing is deceiving, dreaming is believing. It's okay not to be okay. Sometimes it's hard to follow your heart, but tears don't mean you're losing. Everybody's bruising. There's nothing wrong with who you are. Yes, no's, egos, fake shows like whoa. Just go and leave me alone. Real talk, real life, good love, good night with a smile. That smile. That's my home. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So don't lose who you are in the blur of the stars. Tears don't mean you're losing. Everybody's bruising. There's nothing wrong with who you are. You are. Hey y'all, what's going on? How you be? I hope you're good. I'm okay. So I guess I'll just get right into the order of business. That song, if you do not know it, is called Who We Are. It's by Jessie J, who is one of my favorites. I know I say everybody is my favorite, but I literally don't have a favorite, so everybody is my favorite. She is an amazing artist, an amazing, amazing artist. I didn't do that song justice, I don't believe. I mean, I love that song. Like, it was one. I heard it when I was a senior in high school. We had an assignment in Mosaic to listen to it, and it was like when I was going through this like really trying time in my life, like because like school wasn't going right. I was like applying to all these colleges I wasn't getting into, and it was like I didn't know what I was gonna do. But yeah, and it really inspired me. It's such an aspiring song. What she talks about in that song, well, in my opinion, is she's just saying that it's okay. Like she says in the song, it's okay not to be okay. You know, it's okay to not fit this mold of what we see on TV. You know, it's okay not to. It's okay that you don't look like a Kardashian if you're a girl. It's okay that you don't look like Idris Elba if you're a guy. I mean, it's okay to not be what people would consider maybe normal or beautiful, because we are all beautiful in our own way. And you know, just be okay with who we are, no matter what you are, what you do, who you are. You know, love yourself unconditionally. I remember Lettucey said, you have to love yourself by any means necessary. So that's what I like to think of. You really do. You have to love yourself by any means necessary. I don't care what you look like, what you act like. If you love you, that's enough for you, okay? That's enough for me too. I love you as long as you are who you are. And that means, in its entirety, no matter what race, what sexual orientation, what whatever you are, just love yourself. First. You gotta love yourself before anybody else will. And sometimes you find yourself preaching to the choir, but it's true. You gotta love yourself before anybody else will. I promise. It'll never steer you wrong. But next thing, I want to send my prayers and thoughts out to, of course, to Paris and the tragic terrorist attacks that happened here this past week or so. That's just that's terrible. I think that's why a lot of my songs that I do choose to sing speak to things like that. We have to learn to love each other. And that's just no signs of love. We have to learn to love each other. Before we can love ourselves. I mean, we have to learn to love ourselves, but we also have to learn to love each other. No matter what we feel about each other. I mean, honestly, if we go back to, I don't know how this whole ISIS or whatever, however it started, if we go back to, I'm sure they probably can't even remember what we did or what they did to make us not like them or to them not like us. So I think it's just once you get down to it, it just turns to a big mess, as you can see, and, lives get lost. And it's truly a tragedy. It's really heartbreaking. And I just really pray for those who are trying to make the world a better place, and hopefully I can help do that as well. Even with these small, plain videos, I just pray that someone's watching and, listening and understanding. Someone bigger than myself, being able to watch and see what's, going on in the world. We have to change the world, even if it's one song at a time. We really do. There's so much turmoil and tragedy. Tragedy is a commonplace, and we have to realize that. I think that's the thing. We don't realize it. We're so caught into our Instagrams and our Twitters and all these things that we don't see what's going on around us, especially in our younger generation, my generation. We're so caught up in doing that we don't realize that the world is dying around us. We have to set the foundation for our children and our children's children. We are the next generation that's going to raise the free world, and we have to be able to make them proud of us, and we have to be proud of them and teach them right. So if you have a child, teach them right. Teach them to love one another, not all this violence. Like, well, if they hit you, you hit them. I mean, yes, defend yourself. I'm not saying people should not defend themselves, but I think that a lot of times our generation, being honest, and our people like to tell our kids, to do all this thing. You have to set the example. We don't want our kids growing up to be murderers and thieves, and we want our children, and especially with raising guys. They say it's soft if you're not trying to fight all the time. No, it's teach our young men to be gentlemen to the women, and teach our women to be ladies. So yeah, I started rambling once again, but like I said, prayers go to Paris and to all of us. My prayers go out to everyone. I genuinely love you all, and I want the best for the world, because I live here, and and everybody who I love, which is everybody, lives here, and I think we should realize that we matter. Not Black lives matter, and of course all lives matter. We all matter, and we have to realize that we all matter. And we need to come together. Instead of spending all this time fighting, we would move mountains if we would just start fighting together as one for a peaceful cause. Yeah, so yeah, that's my spiel on that. But once again, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Repost it on your Instagrams and your Twitters and stuff like that. Hopefully somebody watches and gets something out of it. Remember to be who you are. And remember, comment below and tell me what you want to hear, as far as, songs. If you want to hear me talk about something, just let me know. Please comment below. And the description, then the song that I sang, I'll try to find somewhere where Jessie J sang it, and I'll put it in the description box below so you guys can hear the real song and, hear her tear it up as she always does. And so, but I do want to hear also, holidays are coming up, and probably next week, I will start doing my Christmas songs. Christmas time is here. That's my mom's favorite Christmas song. She says she cries every time she hears it. I'm like, oh my gosh, mother. But yeah. So tell me, what's your favorite Christmas song? What's your favorite thing about the holidays? and hopefully we have a very joyous one. And I will be making a video on next Thursday, which is Thanksgiving. I will be making one, so please watch it. You know, don't watch it while you're at dinner. Eat your food. You know, have your little 4-course, 8-course meal. You know, throw down. But make sure you watch. You know, just even if you gotta watch the next day, just make sure you watch it for me. But it also, I forgot. I also sang this song because it was a situation at my job. I'm not gonna go into it, but and it's made me think like, it made me think like, well, you just have to always. It made me think that I have to be myself 100% all the time, no matter what anybody thinks about it or cares about it. We have to, because you find yourself becoming uncomfortable and going into the shell that you shouldn't have to, because if that's truly who you are, you can't do that. So yeah, that's it, you guys. Like I said, like, comment, and subscribe. Peace and love.